it's really pleasing because I think the American side, they're very physical, they're a very big side. You know, guys like Lima Satali and Tofo Fete, you know, those guys up front, they're very big men, and when you're bringing guys like Samu Mano off the bench and Big Ben Dolan off the base of the scrum is a big man. And then you get in the backs and they don't get too much smaller. Paul Lasike is about 116 kilos. So there's certainly some lads who know they've been in a game, but I felt when we got the game to a certain tempo, it did allow us to find a bit of space, and you know, we didn't always capitalise on it, which was frustrating, particularly in the first half. But then the second half, I thought we capitalised on a few kind of open running opportunities, and that allowed us to accumulate what we did on the scoreboard.
That opening 20 minutes, half an hour or so, do you think you were kind of caught in the hop a little bit?
No, we were really conscious that they would be tough going. You know, you don't beat Scotland and not have something in the locker, and you don't beat Samoa and not have something in the locker. So we knew it was going to be tough. So it wasn't a surprise. It was just a frustration that we never really broke the shackles. You know, 24-14 at half time. We felt we had a little bit of separation on the scoreboard by then, but you know, to get that first try, I thought Reece did a super job running in open space and using good footwork, and he found Andrew Conway, who was looking for the ball all night. And there's a few times where he didn't get it, where I think if we managed to get it to him, he could have potentially got more than the 3 tries that he did get.
Joe, what happened with Will Addison? Because he was a HIA at the start of the second half, so did something come up during the half-time break?
That was right before the half-time, well, right on the half-time almost. And so he is going through the HIA protocols now, and you know, he's chipper in the changing room. He's fine, but he will go through the process, and you know, we'll determine whether or not, I think over the next 48 hours you determine whether or not it's a concussion, and if that's the case, he'll go through the protocols. If it's not, then he won't need to. But yeah, he certainly has contributed really well in this particular window, from starting you know, to get into the game against Italy, starting in the last minute against Argentina at 13, and then playing at fullback and then moving to the wing. That sort of versatility is really useful when you're trying to balance up selections.
Just on Jack Dolan, Joe, has he got a bit of a knock as well?
Yeah, he got a knock on the shoulder. So they're probably going to have a look at that, get a picture of it tomorrow. And so once he's been through the scanner, they'll have a better idea. He's relatively comfortable talking to him in the changing room now, so that's a good sign. But he's given a decent jolt, so you know, time will tell. Once he's been through the scanner, we'll know more.
Joe, was Darren's swing injury, or was that a tactical decision?
No, it was definitely an injury. His back tightened, and so he was struggling to run. And you know, if you look at the 6 or 7 minutes before he came off, he was really struggling, and he's tough, Darren, and tried to play on, but he was pretty uncomfortable. And when you're in that situation, you know, we thought about giving Ross a decent amount of game time tonight anyway. So the way it worked out, you know, Joey's versatility is already well known, and so we were able to move things around. And then Sam Arnold made his test debut on the wing. Not ideal for Sammy, but you wouldn't have known it. There was one penalty that I know he'll be frustrated about, but when the ball went up in the air, he didn't hesitate. He went straight up at it and grabbed it, and you know, he got involved, and he got a couple of really positive involvements. So that'll build a bit of confidence for him making his test debut tonight.
Joe, has what you've done over the last month made the decision easier or more difficult?
Yeah, you know, this is a really, it's never well oiled, but it's a machine, and I'm a small cog in a machine, and I think the coaching staff, you know, and I know I might sound like a broken record, but I'm so confident that we have such a great group, whether it's logistics staff or analysis staff or medical staff. And so, you know, the last month has been a huge collective effort, and we've worked really hard. I mean, we got a little bit behind time this week just because, you know, if you don't kind of celebrate small windows where you've achieved something that you haven't done before, then I think you're not human. So we've got to factor that human side in, and so we didn't assemble till Monday lunchtime, and then we didn't actually train till Tuesday and Thursday, and they were a new bunch. But to be fair to Reece and Ian Henderson and Gary Ringrose, who led the team this evening, you know, they're a huge credit to themselves and to the group, because I thought they got everyone gelled very quickly. And I know the first 20 or 30 minutes weren't the really snappy start that we would have loved to have got, but we were probably expecting the start we got, to be honest. It was always going to be against a big opposition. It was always going to be a little bit fractured in how we tried to deliver what we were looking to do.